Welcome back to Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab, and welcome to the very last of our Sonya Stover Use Up Your Scraps ice skate project. Now, in previous videos, one was a slimline card, the other was a folio. I used the three elements, one of the three elements that she sent me from her series to create Christmas themed projects. So in this last one, I have went ahead and purchased this unfinished panel from Dollar General. I've pulled some different pieces that I thought I might want to use, and I may deconstruct this a bit, but I want to use the corrugated cardboard. I also have this stencil, so I definitely know these two are going into it. I'm probably going to give it some life with, some winter life, I should say, with some of these embellishments. And whatever is left in this folder from the two other projects, I'll probably end up using, along with some paint or gesso or whatever. So I am looking forward to starting this, and I hope that you will be inspired to use up your scraps in the same way that Sonya did, and I benefited from it. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and start with sealing and then possibly painting the panel so that I can build on it. And so stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, so right now I am just going to put on speed up this process while I apply some acrylic gesso to this, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that. I mean, not that you haven't already seen it before, but here we go. Alright, so now that this is dry, and the funny thing is there has been some glitter apparently has rubbed off on the ornaments that I pulled. So I found this ornament in my Christmas crafting box. It's just a couple of boxes. There's two boxes, and I always get them right after Christmas ends, and they're like clearance for like 25 cents. So anyways, just in working with this thing, and the glitter's everywhere. All right, so what I had did was I cut one in half. I just wanted to see how easy it would be for me to work with, and it for the most part, it cut okay, but I'm gonna improvise from there. Anyways, so now that that is dry, move that off to the side. I want to see, as I was thinking about using this cardboard as snow, but I've got to paint it with gesso. What I want is, I don't want a lot of color on here. So, assuming that I can achieve what I'm attempting to, this may end up being like crunchy snow, if that does that make sense? Crunchy snow. Should I use it that way or should I use it this way? I think I'm going to use it this way because of the way it begins and ends. So what I'm going to do first is move this stuff out of the way. I think I want to cut it. Cut it first into the pieces that I want. Cutting it first. Then I get the pieces. And then how high up do I want this is the question. We're going to go here. That should do it. That should do it. So got one. Look at three. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Because they don't all have to be the same height, but they do need to, for the most part. Like, I can shorten that if that's what I choose to do. I need to pull some more of this off. And then I'm going to use the gesso to paint over it, and I may paint over it one more time with white. We shall see what I need to do. This doesn't need to be perfect, but I don't want loose bits. You know what I mean? And of course, this is going to require 2 coats of paint in the event that I don't want the white showing or the brown showing. But I'm undecided on that too. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So okay. There we go. Prayerfully nothing shrinks up or expands. All right, so here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm just kidding. Listen, I'm going to try and get this done while the men folk are preoccupied, because, if heaven forbid they find out that I'm over here crafting, they may recruit a marching band to come through. That'll be the time where Josh wants to learn how to play tuba, or, James wants to make every call back for clients that, from the beginning of the year. He'll probably do a Christmas call list pre-call. That's just the level of cooperation I get around here when it comes to my filming. They don't understand. I am creating a experience here for us creatives, the community. I have a job to do, and although it doesn't pay, it's a job nonetheless. So they should be ever so respectful of it. I'm sure if it actually did pay, they might that might be a challenge for them to, show a little bit more respect for my artistry. But nevertheless, I know I can't possibly be the only one. Well, I know that I'm not the only one out here with the struggle, the creative struggle that we go through. All right, so I'm going to real quickly run the heat gun over this, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Look at it curling up already. No one needs this. No one needs for it to do this. Oh, just the level of cooperation I'm getting across the board. It's a travesty. Dramatic much? Possibly. All right, let me stop fiddling with that while it's wet. All right, one moment. Now, I want to show you where we're at right now, just so you can see what my thought process is. So, I kind of like that it's not white, if that makes sense. And I think I'm going to cut this one in half and change positioning of it. Yeah. So I'm going to go here, go there, and that'll be better. That'll work a little bit better for me. Yeah. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe like so. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do it like that, but I'm saying that to say I said that to say that I actually like the fact that it's not white. You know what I mean? It kind of looks like dirty snow. What I'm going to do, because I'm still going to um, I'm going to go over it in some spots with the white, with the gesso, but I'm going to leave some of the hints of the brown that's peeking through on here. I think that might work. I think. Yeah. All right, so un momento, por favor. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, while these are drying, well, finishing drying, I'm going to put these off to the side. And I think what I want to do is I want to hit the whole thing with a little bit of Tim Holtz Distress Oxide spray. So I don't want a lot of blue. I just want hints of it. And let me just give this a shot right here so I can see what the spray is looking like. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. All right. Yep, that's kind of what it's perfect. Yep. Pretty much exactly what I was going for. I just wanted a light mist. There we go. Ooh. All right, let me hit this with the dryer. And then we are going to create some texture. One moment. Okay, so I have pulled out the Master's Touch modeling paste. We shall see how this works. What I'm going to attempt to do is create some texture, some snow type texture on here with this. I'm not going to do a whole full blanket of it. I'm just going to spot it, if you will. Because y'all know this, the stencil game is not always the easiest to work with. So because it is semi-wet, which is great, it will allow me, I believe, to, let me just put some in on here. It'll allow me to put the, I'm looking to use some glitter on it. So once I put this on and it's where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and get the glitter out and layer that on top. Now I want some of these splashes covered up because they are a little bit brighter than I was hoping. All right, so slightly on the messy side. I could benefit from a good paper towel right now. All right. I'm gonna bring this on down. Jeez. Bring this on down. Hopefully I'm in focus. I believe so. I know I'm kind of quiet, but I'm concentrating. This can get real messy real fast. No one needs that. Certainly not she. She being me. All right, so I'm going to leave that here. Let me make sure I got the edges. Okay, that's good. That's good. I gotta keep that. I'm gonna put that on an angle. And I'll come back and put another down later. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on this side, up at the top, down off to the side. Not being too matchy, you know, it's not necessary. It's a little here, a little there. All right. Now, what I'm going to have to do is find all right, let's clean that up. And let me get my hands clean so I don't continue contaminating everything, because that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. All right. I love that newspaper. It just makes everything possible. Let me see if there's a way that I can bring some. Nope, it really isn't. I'm going to have to probably do it later or not at all. I might have to put a sentiment up there. Oh no, I know what's going up here. It's going to be off center. It's going to be her. All right, so let's see if the glitter is, oh gosh, it's going to be a disaster. Hold on. I need another newspaper. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, let me drop. All right, let me get this glitter out before it starts drying, and prayerfully it'll stick. Let's see. You know how glitter can be. Once you start spreading it, there's blow. Oh yeah, that's gonna be spectacular. Our lives will never be the same now that I got that glitter. Heaven forbid if I try and get the blow dryer to dry this. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to wait until this dries overnight. I'm going to have to. Why? Because there's no way I'm hitting this blow dryer, hitting the area with a blow dryer with this on here. My best bet is to let it naturally dry and then brush off the excess that did not adhere to the modeling paste. Oh my gosh. But that's going to be beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. And then I will start to, bless Jesus. Let's close her up. My word. It's my bright idea. No one else. I have nobody to blame for that but myself. And then we'll start layering the pieces down. And then, well, you know what? While that is drying, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. While that's drying, you know what I could be doing is, because once it's finally dry, I can lay all the pieces down. But I think what I need to do is take Sonya's piece. What I'm going to do is I'm deconstructing the red off of this because I'm actually creating this home decor piece for my aunt who just built her first home. My aunt and uncle. She's newly married, so I'm still getting used to that, but newly remarried anyways. So, and in their living room, their brand spanking new grand living room, I think their colors are more or less like an oatmeal color with white and gray and a little bit of teal, hints of teal sprinkled throughout. So this is perfect because so I want to keep with her theme. I know what her theme is, and I know that she's going to love it. Now, she is definitely a girl who likes the extra. She's not shy about rhinestones, glitz, glam. She's definitely a glamour girl. Me, not so much, but I know how to decorate using my aesthetic to her taste. I ain't about to do all of the glitz and the glam, even in creating. I'm just not going to do it. I'm almost opposed to it at this stage of the game. But I know how to make it bring a good balance of what she wants, what she likes, and what I can envision into a creation for her. And she always ends up loving it. So what what I was hoping to do is pull away most of the distressed right here. And whatever is left, I think I'll just use some like that in the areas that are showing the distress inks. I'll just paint over them with a little bit of I'm going to blend this in anyway, so I'm going to end up gessoing over the edges one way or the other. Actually, I'm going to need to tear some of that. I might. Well, the rest is already torn, so it's probably best that I do it even though it's wet. Maybe it's best. All right. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this part. Not to the end of the video, just to the part where I'm up late at night crafting. And this video will not be finished until I'm finished. Okay, so something else that I pulled to use in this is, where is it? The Tim Holtz. I never thought that I used Tim Holtz as much as I do, but nevertheless, here we are. I may put that in there. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it over in my handy tray, just in case. You know what I mean? I saw this, the wintry landscape. So while I am sitting here and just trying to make good use of my evening time while Josh is asleep, let's be very clear, while he's in bed, I am going to take that word this sticker. It's just one little word. But I think, and this is just me. Oh, good God, that glitter is everywhere. I think it's a small enough word, inconspicuous enough to be put in the back. I really should have used glue on that. I'm still going to. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. I ain't gonna overdo it. You know how we do with this glue. While my hands are disgusting, might as well put a little glue on it to make sure it doesn't pop up, because I'm hoping that she enjoys it and it brings her great joy as she celebrates her first, I think this is her, it'll be her first Christmas in her new home. Yeah, I think so. This might be her first Christmas in her new home with her new husband. Okay, so yeah, I think that might be it. I think so. I'm just going to cut that, leave that here, and I'm going to leave it on this cardstock because otherwise, you know, it'll get lost shucking and jiving around in the craft space. So I'm going to leave that here, put it off to the side, and so therefore I can use it. It's a small sentiment, but I backed it on black. I may even back it on some fabric, but I want to keep things monotoned and just with that little pop of the teal color and the hint of blue that's in the background of, which you ain't going to see a lot of anyways, but it's in the background of the woody plaque. All right, so see you guys in a minute. Well, probably it'll be in the morning. Okay, so at this juncture, I went ahead before I turned the camera on, and I took this paintbrush, and I more or less just, and I'm gonna do it over here, took my paintbrush and got the excess glitter off, so that, you know, it won't. Well, it was quite a bit of excess, I should say. So what's left, I'm leaving there. And so now it's time for us to build. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to do. So I've already turned on my hot glue gun. So I am going to begin to lay down the pieces the way I had constructed this earlier. I'm trying to think if this is the right way. Is this the right? Is it? I think that's the right way. Now remember, I didn't want that. Oh gosh, I didn't want the corrugated. I didn't want it bright white. I didn't want it white. I wanted it a little darker, just so that it could be visibly. It could be snow, especially the northern snow that has a little extra dirt left in it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay these down and prayerfully get this down in quick enough time. As you know, the hot glue, that moves fast. I mean, it dries fast, okay? So that's good. Going ahead and make sure everything is going to, let me start at the other side. No, I'm just going to keep going in that way. If there is some overage, yeah, that's how we're going to do that. That one's going to go slightly under. All right. Now we got the last piece. And I think I'm going to use some acrylic spray towards the end to lock everything in. A light dusting, just so that this glitter don't become a toxic mess in the home that it's going to. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to put this here. This will be the center, but because this is raised up, I'm going to need to put some of these behind it to raise that up as well, so it'll be lifted up off the page. But before I do that, I need to figure out how I want this ornament that I had pulled as part of the focal piece, you know? So let me cut that off. And let's see, do we want this off-centered? I really am not fond of everything being centered and wholly balanced. That's not me. Because of obvious reasons. It really is not me. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. So, how I want this. I want this like this. Alright, so all I'm going to do is lift this up. And very carefully, actually I want to turn this like that. Now, of course, I'll have to watch out for the glue strings. The glue string mafia. They terrorized the whole project. Alright. Okay, so we got that down. Let me lift this up a bit. Put that back down. And I got to make sure it's pressed flat because I don't want it to add any more dimension underneath the... Oh gosh, I moved that. Okay. And then once I get that down, then we're going to put the corrugated cardboard behind the centerpiece, Sonya's piece. And let's see, is that lifting some? That's fine. All right, so we got that there. I need this here. All right. Letting that baby right on out. Not a difficult project. Now this is not my typical dollar project, but because it is definitely more of a custom type of piece where I'm creating it with a specific home in mind, it's worth it to go one step above. Okay, so I'm gonna need something underneath here and underneath here. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to flip that. Then I need something underneath there. Okay, so I'm gonna real quick. Of course, one would move. Move it right on back out the way. Okay, and now I'm just gonna press this in place. Like so. And everybody has their own home. And now, I'm just gonna take this, flip this over. And lift it right out of place. Now watch it try and pull this up and break it. I'm not gonna claim that. I'll fix that in a bit. Alright, so now I need a little bit more for the center. Let me see if I got a piece. Yeah, I do. You know what? No, I can't. Let me see. Not there. It was here. I believe it was here. Okay. Alright, so we have that here. Now, one of the next things that I want to do is, I'm going to check and see. if I can add a few of these. I'm just checking. I'm just checking, folks, how that would look. Oh, that'll work. That will work for me. Put it in the background. Just a couple. Just a couple. Especially because I know whose house this is going to again. And just a little, just a hint of glam. Okay, so I'm gonna put one here. Maybe I should audition that first before I go off half-cocked. Right? There's a couple different sizes in here, so let me just make sure I know which one is gonna be the best fit. Oh, that's too big. Can that one work? I think so. Might, depending on its placement. Oh, this is getting real fancy like. Okay, so I think I'm gonna switch sides. The big one over here. A small one down here. And another small one right there. Yeah. It's like, ooh, not too much, just enough. I did not mean to use this glue for that. But here we are. And I also don't think I wanted that rhinestone to be right there. But again, here we are. I'm going to use the regular glue for the smaller ones. Oh gosh. Put one right here. What's going on about my glue bottle, Lord? And then let me slide that in a bit. Thank goodness the background is white. Okay. Now, I think I want the snowflakes to go a little here, there, and everywhere. So I think mostly on here. Oh, gracious. So let me just see what that's given. Bear with me. And even though it's not as noticeable, I know it's there. You know, I may have to use some hot glue. I think I am going to, how do I want to work this? Sporadically. Let me see. It's a little cumbersome. Yeah, that'll work. little bit of stickles, I believe. Let's see. I'm just using stickles for that. Okay, and last but not least, the title of this piece, which is The Wintry Landscape. I like that. I think I want to raise that up though. So let me see if I got some raised, some square parts. Well, I guess I could use glue, hot glue. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Okay, so here we are. The finished result. Let me bring that up a little bit more. The end result. I love the way that this came out. Again, let me just bring that up so you can see a little bit of the details. You can see the modeling paste behind there, the polka dot modeling paste that serves as a little bit of snow that's glistening with the, you know. And I'm glad that I took the colors away because I added just a little bit of blue and that's enough. So let me just walk through what I used. This frame came from Dollar General, $5. These snowflakes, this is 2 ornaments that came from the Dollar Tree. It was a pack of, I think, maybe 6 or 8. So I just used 2 of those. This is broken apart. That's just one whole one. I've used a few rhinestones, some snow confetti that came from Dollar Tree. No, actually, that might have came from Michael's a few years ago. Or it could have came from, no, it came from Dollar Tree. My bad. Used one of Tim Holtz's clippings, tidings or greetings. And this is The Wintry Landscape. And then the recycled corrugated cardboard and Mrs. Sonya's focal piece right here. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this has inspired you to take maybe even a card and create something from it. Mixed media. This is obviously home decor. You can also put this up in an office on a desk. Send it to a friend or a family member. And I'm going to put links below to the 2 previous projects that I did using the other 2 skates, as well as a link to Sonya's channel, so that if you want to, you can head over there and check out her series using up scraps, and you'll be inspired to use up your scraps, maybe like this. All right, let me know in the comments how you think this project turned out. Is this something you think you might be interested in creating? And again, thanks so much for watching. Until we're back here together on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.